used as a flotation device. But the story isn't so much about the monstrous melons, but the school's reaction. They're still attempting to normalize a situation that is anything but normal. Here's a recap. According to the Toronto Sun, she, once a he, began identifying as female last year and started wearing massive prosthetic breasts to class. But apparently only recently kids in the school started posting about her. The school is standing by her saying, of course, what's really at issue is her gender rights. Is it all a long troll? Or was it just a mistake converting bra size from inches to metric? One thing's for sure, if there's a shop class that requires protective goggles, this is it. Now, there have been angry protests, upset parents, and aroused and confused babies. And, of course, the usual woke school board that will defend anything if it fits their twisted view of the world, including those two mother-of-all coconuts under his or her sweater. But what's missing is the teacher's words. According to the Toronto Sun, a paper cat, the teacher still shows up to class every day. Yet I can't find a single interview with this person. Maybe it's too difficult to get the mic within reaching distance of her face. But it's more evidence to me that this might be one big chain yanker. The school and the board, though, are still sticking with mindless blather that they support gender rights, even if they look as foolish as a woman doing push-ups. A sexist would say. Just making sure. But it's like that old fable, the emperor with no clothes, except here, it's a shop teacher with chesticles so big, if they were states, they'd be worth 98 electoral votes. The school's game plan is to hope this scandal simply deflates and soon we'll all move on to something else. But I'm not. As a child, I was bottle-fed, so I'm extra intrigued about this. Story's too big, it's too robust, too ample, and voluptuous to ignore. I just want to bury my face in it. I'm gonna milk it for all it's worth. Yeah. Fact is, obviously, a person can do whatever they want with their appearance. Even if it frightens small children. Even if it confuses barbers. But still, you gotta factor in time and place and age appropriateness. We put guardrails on everything. Sure, dress like a Macy's parade float, but on your own time. Not at school where there's kids. Because if you're okay with this, then why can't another teacher show up with a giant inflatable penis? And I don't mean Brian Kilmeade. But, yeah, it's true, he's not inflatable. But how is that also not an exercise in gender rights? It's the same thing. So I return to the essential question. Is this real or not? Here's another recap. An anonymous post from a message board, which is where I get all my facts, claims this person isn't transitioning, but trolling. It reads in part, "This dude is gaming the system. This teacher was almost fired for toxic masculinity last year, as well as not embracing woke culture. He dropped red pills to his class, such as how silly gender-neutral bathrooms are. The school board hates him. Now he's upping the ante to exploit the very clown world the school and society itself created. Who knows? This teacher could be punking everyone. If so, I want this teacher to be my best friend. Maybe my next president. One thing's for sure, whatever ticket you throw him or her on, it's going to tip over. But a prank like this exposes the profound uselessness of the educational system. This gag is a more accurate assessment than a standardized test.
This is great. See, because this is what I thought. I was like, this is too dang much. It's too dang much. This is the fucked up camera. It's only when you put it on video. Watch how dark it gets. Put it on video. Come on. What is that about? So if that guy's doing it and he's... That's awesome. Because you know what? It's ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous what they're doing. And it doesn't do anybody any good. What am I trying to do? Sorry. Messing with the settings. I like to hear that. If it sounds good, it sounds good to me. Now I want to go into my dream. Tell you the story of my dream that I had. I had a continuation of a dream that I had yesterday because I was at some strange house, very small on the bottom, but it was like 3 stories and there was a whole nother family there. I was staying there, and there was some young blonde girl who I was worried about her age in the dream, but I don't know what age I was because I was still in high school. So it might have just been one of those things because she was all over me, and I was at her house. I lived at her house. I don't know why. I have no understanding of this. And then it was time to go to school. I couldn't go to the bus stop because I couldn't get to the bus stop. I took these weird pathways through there's like a field. You can cross over a field, go over, and you start coming into the back of the school. And when I got closer, I mean, I had plenty of time to walk and travel. Like, I would have got there early too. And whenever I looked at the clock, I think it said it was like almost, it's like the time it is now. It's like right before 9. It was like 8:30. And I had a flip phone. It had my brother's name on it. And I went to press the button and it accidentally started calling my brother, so I hung it up. And I couldn't find the map. Probably because they didn't have maps like that when I was in high school. I didn't think about that until now. That, hey, maybe there was no map because those phones didn't have maps. It looked like one of those old phones now that I think about it. And I didn't have a phone in high school. I didn't have a phone until after I got out of high school. A cell phone. So, I don't know. It was kind of weird. But I made it to where the corner of the school was, and I was trying to find the map. I couldn't find the map, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to go. It was the first day of school, and I'm not going to go. I'm just not going to go. And then I showed back up to my grandmother's house, which I don't know why. And my brother was living there, like he is now, which is another thing that's just weird. And I have to do that so it doesn't black me out. And then I'm still kind of talking to my ex in my dreams, which I don't know what she's doing. She's mad at me because I found her. I guess. I don't know. There's all kinds of weird shit going on in the dreams. But they were supposed to send me something over of mine, and what's weird was it was her dad that brought it over, which is not really her dad. It's her aunt's husband who raised her, and they had all these problems, and he said they were all fucked up, and it's like almost as if he's kind of my ally in the dream. Because he sent some shit over, and it was all the kids were in the van or truck or whatever. They all got out. One of them, who would be older than all of them, was small like a little kid. One of my grown kids, probably the one I saw through his eyes, I didn't recognize. And I guess that's probably why. My oldest son wasn't there. So it was like my ex-wife and my oldest son are protesting, but the younger son is not. And some of that family that probably doesn't think that that's right is starting to manifest in the dreams. I guess they're assisting because they know that what she's doing is not right. But I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I thought I'd share this, so I'm making a video out of it. Have a wonderful day. Please hit the like. Please hit the like.